Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2D Board Gamers. My name is Dave,
And I'm Dirk.
and today we're going to look at the different cards that were previewed by different content creators.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Yeah, for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Campaign box. So these are cards that are coming in either Maria Hill's deck or Nick Fury's deck. Um,
So they have they differentiated which one's coming from with
well,
which if they're not
they
hero
got
cards?
well. I mean, Nick is Justice and Maria is Leadership. So
Oh yeah, I'm just wondering. I haven't looked at them yet. So these are going to be well. I've seen some of these already because they've already been revealed, but I haven't seen all of
all right,
these.
but
So
first we're going to do a quick review of Maria and Nick. So Maria Hill, she's a 3 recovery. You may include the maximum number of copies of 3 shield supports in your deck from aspects other than your chosen aspect. Now, originally, I thought this means you would have to include the maximum, but I've been convinced that it says you may include. I kind of wish they would have added one more word. If they would have said you may include up to the maximum,
that
then
would
it
have been
would
two more weeks.
up to it could be one word. Um, and that would have
Okay.
you can have it as one word.
Okay.
But okay, sure. You may include up to the back, but I mean it doesn't take up that much more space. But anyways, um, and then as an action, exhaust Maria Hill, search your deck for shield support and add it to your hand. And she's got a hand size 6, 9 hit points.
But the cool thing is here is so each ally that she controls gains the shield trait. So she's similar to Star Lord, who turned everybody into a guardian. She turns everybody into shield. But her reassignment here is she can move one all-purpose counter from a shield support to another shield support once per round. So she can move those around. She's 2 thwart, 1 2 attack, and 1 defense,
One attack.
and or two. Yeah, 2 thwart, 1 attack, 2 defense, and she has a hand size of 5.
Okay. And yeah, so the cool thing with her, of course, is that you can have off aspect supports. And so in the original article here, we saw the leadership and the protection. So this is a leadership deck. So really, the only aspect we saw was the Pericles, but she came with an aggression and a justice, and you'll see that those are cards that have been in
Oh, they
this.
did get previewed here?
Yeah,
Okay, good. So
so
now I can start looking at my build.
you can see that we will show the aggression and the justice. But we're gonna go to Nick here. So we got Surfer Nick, Nick Fury. He's a 4 recovery, shield soldier spy, hand size 6, 10 hit points. Suit up, set up, put your suit form upgrade into play. Assault side face up, infiltrate, action change to the stealth suit form.
So that's a wetsuit, not a stealth suit.
That is true, but he's an alter ego.
Okay, fine. So his hero form, he's 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 defense. See, it's a lot easier when they're all the same. But
Apparently,
he's a soldier shield spy. Every time I see that, I think Tinker Taker soldier spy, but he's shield soldier spy. But he can gather intel. So as a response, after he makes a basic thwart, you place 1 threat on your suit form upgrade. So it now what's weird is I mean it's basic thwart. It doesn't necessarily say it's the thwart from there, but I guess there's not really, it doesn't really matter. There's no thwart pool like in some games. So yeah, you just put a thwart on your suit upgrade after you make a basic thwart. Then it can break cover. So as a forced interrupt, when you attack, you change to your assault form. So as soon as you attack, you immediately flip your suit to the assault form.
and it is an interrupt. So
Yes,
you
and
actually
it's forced.
and you switch before the attack goes off. That's important. Wrong way. Because the suit, which is a double-sided permanent suit form, permanent stealth, force interrupt hero. When an enemy would attack you, it schemes instead. Place 1 threat from that activation here instead of on the main scheme. And then if there is 5 or less threat on this card. So just from enemies attacking you, you get to put 5 here. But there's ways to increase that number from different cards in this kit. But so that's just from basic, but that's pretty nice. You do have to watch that the scheme doesn't pop because there's going to be more thwarting than normal.
Yeah. And then the other side of it, though, of course, is the assault. That's the one whenever you attack, you flip to this automatically. But it is as an interrupt when you attack, you remove up to 3 threat from here. This attack deals 1 additional damage for each threat removed this way. So it's a choice. You don't have to remove all 3 of it. You can kind of you've got a little bit of control there to where you can leave some on for somebody else or for you to do something else if you get some sort of benefit, or you can pull all 3. There's you've got some leeway, and I like it whenever you have those options.
Okay. So, we would like to make some thanks. So, first of all, the people from Hall of Heroes, which is a great website for finding out things for Agents of Shield, but Marvel Champions in general.
Yep.
And so this is the Agents of Shield page. So it has everything from the articles and the different content creators. So what FFG did was they selected some content creators to preview some cards. So we would like to thank them for previewing the cards. So the first person is Winning Hand.
There's Villain Theory.
There's Nelson all over cards.
D20 Woodwork.
Daring Lime.
The Web Warrior Fanatic.
Le Mano de Thanos.
Hand of Thanos. I like it. And then Critical Encounters.
All right. So let's take a look at the cards. So this one is from the Nick Fury deck because he comes in Justice. Intelligence. It's a preparation, max 1 per player. After a player is dealt an encounter card, discard Intelligence. Look at each encounter card dealt to each player and the top card of the encounter deck. You may swap any number of those cards.
Yeah, that's really nice. So you can kind of pick who gets what.
Right. So like Thor wants a minion. So if one of them is a minion, you can give it to the Thor player or Magneto.
It's like Thor has a lot of ways to bring him to him. Magneto, not so many.
Yeah. But yeah. So, or, someone who's got got a preparation card that can cancel an annoying treachery. So yeah, give it to me. I can cancel it, so that's pretty good.
Next here is Shield support. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's a 3-cost support. It's a team card. You can play under any player's control, and there is a maximum of 1 team card per player. But if each of the characters is a shield trait, then this card gets interrupt when you reveal an encounter card, exhaust this card, cancel the effects of that card, and discard it. Then reveal another card from the encounter deck. So basically, this one came with Maria, so it works really well since all of her characters are shield automatically, which is why it works so well with her.
Right.
But it allows her to cancel a really nasty treachery card that comes up.
But yeah, we got plenty of shield people like Injustice and Basic and stuff. So yeah, because you're gonna get 3 copies of this card.
Yeah, but it does have to be all your characters, so it does have to be your hero as well.
Right. Right. So well, yeah, for the trigger, but I mean, you got Alter Ego for like Black Widow and Captain America, and those characters.
Yeah, it does say character. It doesn't say hero or alter ego, so it could be either side.
Right. Okay, then we got some more Austin Powers action here. We got Fury's Flying Car. It's a 2-cost support aerial tech vehicle. So here, Leo Fitz can help you get it. Exhaust Fury's Flying Car and remove 1 threat from your suit form upgrade. Ready Nick Fury. He gains the aerial trait until the end of the round. This job has its perks. Nick Fury.
Nick Fury's Flying Ferrari.
Yep.
Okay, so now we've got the EM Shield, which is a 2-cost upgrade. It is a preparation card, which is key for Nick, and it's a tech. But as a defense interrupt, when you would take any amount of damage from an attack, you discard the shield to prevent all of that damage.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see that there's another preparation in his hero kit, because I think the preview we only had 1.
Yeah, and what I like about this one is it's an interrupt, but it's not forced, so you can kind of choose when to do that.
Right. But yeah, and it's when you would take any amount. So you'd also get to see the amount of damage that the attacker does.
Yep.
And you would be able to put if you do that and you have secret agent, you can put a threat on your suit. And then you have the 1 card where you can put this back in your hand. The practice plan, I think it's called. Yeah. Okay, then we got Life Model Decoy, 2-cost upgrade, preparation tech. So this is a preparation card for Maria. Interrupt. When an enemy attacks you, discard Life Model Decoy, prevent all damage from that attack. When you've got job hazards like I do, it pays to take precautions. So this is a card where, because of this card, I think Maria is going to want to practice plan in her deck as well now.
Yeah.
But that's just pretty nice. It's just like, oh, however much damage, whatever. But this is when the enemy attacks you. So this would be before the attack goes off. So this one is a response, right? Oh no,
That's an interrupt.
this is the defense when you would take any amount of damage.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is when an enemy attacks you. So before you find out the amount, you would have to play this card or trigger this card because it's an upgrade, so it's already out.
Okay, then we've got the All Points Bulletin, which is a 2-cost event. It's a tactic. And then for each shield support you control, guess what? Maria likes shield supports. You remove 1 threat from a scheme or deal 1 damage to an enemy.
And it's for each one. So you could do a mixture. So if you got like 10 shield supports, you could say, okay, I'll remove 8 threat and do 2 damage.
Yep.
Or
you can spread it around.
You can coordinate with your justice players, like how much threat are you removing? I'm removing all but 6. Okay, I'll remove the other 6 and do 4 damage or something. So this is where, if you go like, okay, off aspects, I'm going to put 3 copies of, command team in instead of a helicarrier or something, because then that's more shield supports. And this card made me realize when we did our Maria 5 decks thing we were talking about, where government liaison is actually better than team building because it's a shield support.
Yep.
So you can exhaust the government liaison as well. So this is an errata of one of our older videos, I guess, especially for me, because when I was misunderstanding the deck building.
All right, then we've got Slingshot is a 3-cost ally. She thwarts for 2, attacks for 2. She's a shield spy with 3 health. But as an action, you can spend an energy resource, put her into play from your hand, or into under any player's control. And at the end of the phase, if she's still in play, you return her to your hand. So this is Yo-Yo from the TV show.
Yeah, I didn't know her hero name, as I don't think they ever called her Slingshot.
I don't remember them calling her that on the show.
Yeah, I don't. She didn't have her handle, I guess. All right, then Melinda May, 4-cost ally, 2 thwart, 2 attack with a star, 3 hit points, shield spy, response. After Melinda May uses a basic power, look at the top card of the encounter deck. You may discard that card. Don't call me the cavalry. I love that. But yeah, that's pretty nice. You could discard Shadows of the Past. Hey, that's pretty nice.
Okay, then we've got for Nick here, we've got a 0-cost upgrade. It's the intelligence analysis. It's a preparation skill card. As an interrupt, when you reveal a treachery card, you discard the analysis and remove 1 threat from your suit form upgrade to cancel the effects of the treachery card and discard it. And what I like about this one and why I think, it's worth removing the 1 threat is it doesn't replace it. It just cancels it outright.
Right. And if you had Secret Agent, then you would get to put another threat on the suit. So it actually doesn't cost you anything, the threat, which is nice. Okay, then we have Safe House number 221. It's a 1-cost support, location shield, alter ego action, exhaust Safe House 221. Choose. Heal 2 damage from Nick Fury, or place 1 threat on your suit form upgrade. That's pretty nice.
Okay, so back to Maria here. So now this is the Justice shield support that comes with her. It is a vehicle. It's got 3 operation counters, but you exhaust the Douglas and remove 1 operation counter from it to remove 2 threat from each scheme, ignoring any crisis icon in play.
Yeah. So now when we did our 5 decks for Maria, I was thinking, okay, the Justice card maybe does 10 threat. What I didn't realize at the time was like the cards that we were comparing it to were events, which are one-time use. So this is a smaller number, but this is always out, or at least for 3 uses for normal characters. And then for Maria, she can,
she can move stuff around, keep it out longer.
So this card, if there's a lot of side schemes out, it's great. If there's not so many, then it might kind of sit until the situation is dire. And then the advantage that Maria has is like, okay, we've had villain turns that come up, and all of a sudden especially when we play our 3-player games, 3 or 4 side schemes get added, on the same turn, and we're like, the Justice player is like, I can't handle this. You know, I mean, it went from yeah, I have I had all the threat gone to we got 5 side schemes with 6 threat each on them or something. Help. So this could help with that a little bit. So yeah, these numbers were a little lower than I originally thought they would be, but hey, the fact that it's permanently out and you've got it on the fly and you can do it when you're an alter ego because it's an action.
Yep.
So I can see why the
I
numbers.
think that's my favorite part is the fact that it's just an action.
Yeah. Although
So
this doesn't, they didn't follow the Greek mythology names, I guess, anymore. Apparently, it was just, or at least I don't know this name as a Greek mythology name, the Douglas. All right. Then we have the Bellerophon. This is a aggression 6 cost support. Shield vehicle uses 3 missile counters. Exhaust the Bellerophon. Remove 1 missile counter from it and choose a player. Deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with that player, discarding all tough statuses from those enemies first. That last sentence there is really cool.
so
We've got like explosive arrows from like Hawkeye and stuff that does kind of the same thing, but except for the tough. So this is actually different than piercing. Um, well, although piercing takes out all the tough, but I mean it has like built-in piercing. But can you imagine?
yeah, I'm kind of wondering
What's
why
it?
they didn't actually just say that it has piercing.
Um, discarding all those tough status cards from those enemies. Well, because if you know I don't know. I mean, maybe they're future proofing if there's a villain that when he discards a tough, he gains a tough or something, maybe. Um, but the who is that armadillo who gets, an unlimited number of toughs?
Right.
It'll take all his toughs out.
I thought piercing already did that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's just like for him, he's not going to like this,
Yeah.
because normally you would say, oh, knock the tough off. Okay, I'll use attack team to knock a tough off or whatever, or I'll do a basic attack. But, here you get to remove all the tough status cards first, and then you deal 3 damage, which is kind of nice. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure why they didn't say this attack gains piercing. Um, I don't know. I guess it's just maybe there's a future design that this is going to be irrelevant. I don't know. But anyways, I think it's pretty cool.
All right. Then we've got let's see. Oh no, this is Nick. We've already done Nick. Oh, this is Nick, but it's Maria's Nick.
Yes,
So this is her signature ally. That's a 4 cost ally. He's got 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health. He is shield. Then after Nick uses a basic power, you place 1 all-purpose counter on a shield support.
I put
So
my best agent on the case. So I suspected that Nick Fury was going to be Maria's signature ally because of the team up card that we got,
oh yeah.
and Maria is Nick's signature ally. So 3 cost ally, 2 thwart with a star, 1 attack. Interrupt when Maria Hill thwarts. Place the remove threat on your suit form and upgrade. So, and she thwarts for 2, so that's getting 2 threat added to the suit, which is nice. And then if you um, give her, increase her thwart, then you can put more threat on your suit form, which is great. Now that's how you make an exit. All right. And
Well,
oh, that is. Oh yeah, no. This is his nemesis.
oh, okay. All right. So we've got Orion, who is a 2 scheme, 2 attack, 6 health Leviathan. So hey, it's Leviathans. Comes in with toughness, and he can have any number of tough status cards. After he takes any amount of damage, give him a tough status card.
Okay, and it's Nick Fury's nemesis minion. And then we have a Leviathan soldier, 0 scheme, 2 attack, 4 hit points. Leviathan toughness. After Leviathan soldier schemes, deal 1 damage to the engaged player's identity. So we got to see 2 cards from his nemesis set. So that's pretty cool.
So this is kind of the exact opposite. So Nick makes enemies attack. So whenever enemies attack, they thwart instead. But the soldiers here, whenever they thwart, they actually deal damage.
Right.
So
So it's for some reason it's playing right into Nick's ability,
yeah.
which is what a nemesis set should do. So, and I think that's
All right, then the Nemesis side scheme is acquire the Infinity Formula. It's got an acceleration token, not acceleration. It's got a amplify token on it. After Nick takes any amount of damage, give Orion a tough status card. If Orion is not in play, find him and put him into play. Engage with the Nick Fury player.
Right. And as we saw, Nick takes a point of damage from the Leviathan minion. So there you go. And I don't know if you mentioned, it comes with 5 threat.
Yeah, and it's 5 threat, but it's not 5 threat per player.
Right.
So,
and then we're back to intelligence. Okay, so that was the cards that were previewed by the different content creators. So that's pretty cool. What do you think of now that we've got a little more? We're seeing a little bit more of their decks, so that's I really like that.
yeah, so I mean, the more I'm seeing of it, the more interested I am to try the Maria out. Still not sure if she's going to supplant the ally for me because I just got such a strong connection with that ally. But I do actually like the build on her, and I do think that she's gonna prove to be a really fun character to play.
That's a
And
great.
then Nick's got some interesting aspects as well that I'm looking forward to.
So
So
I guess my hope is that Dirk doesn't like Maria, and then I'll play Maria, and he still won't be able to play the ally because
yes, I will.
I think she will supplant the ally. I mean, I do like the card draw for everybody, but I really like I got lots of deck ideas playing around with you know combining supports that you can't normally do.
Yep.
That to me is really fun. And I'm really glad that we've got a couple more preparation cards in Nick's kit. The original preview article only had one. I suspected he would get some more. Um, but I'm glad to see that he's got more prep cards that works with his suit. Because if we go back to Nick or Secret Agent, yeah, so secret agents, after you resolve the ability of a preparation card, you control move 1 threat from a scheme. So, he's coming in justice, which of course is the heavy preparation aspect. But I was kind of worried when all we saw was this card as his only kit preparation card.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that there's more for more, because he's like the new Black Widow in a way, I mean, but he's different. I mean, because he's got the suit and stuff. So he's not, I don't expect him to be preparation heavy as Black Widow, but I was hoping that he was a little more prep heavy than just one card,
Yeah.
because I mean, obviously you don't want him to step on Black Widow's toes, but
Well,
and then
also, so Black Widow's one of the, she's been out for a while or whatever. So if she's not out of print yet, she's probably going to be. So they're making it to where, you can still utilize preparation cards with newer
yeah,
characters.
yeah,
So I
that's
like
true.
that.
Yeah, yeah. If
You
there's
know, in light of recent announcements.
we have a video that talks about the FFG announcement on cards that are going out of print. If you're wondering what is Dirk talking about, but yeah, this practice plan is going to be actually, when I saw the life model decoy, I'm thinking like Maria's definitely going to want at least one in her deck.
Yeah, I do like the fact that it is it's a basic card, so you
Yeah,
can use it regardless of which aspect
right,
for Maria and Nick especially, but for
right,
Maria as well.
yeah. Okay, and Nick's
I
definitely
still love the Grant
he's
Ward
gonna
card.
definitely want one of these in his deck
Oh yeah.
for sure, minimum. Um, yeah, and then you got Grant Ward. All right. So, um, thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe.